Joseph getting his last few messages in. Make sure everything's all set up and stable going into this important match. Huff being the one to emerge victorious in their last championship meeting.
All right.
But yeah, Joseph games coming into this super solid. And we are, kind of looking forward to seeing more double kill screen, double max out play and play into the post 29.
All right, here we go. And you can see both players are ready. The countdown has begun. This is to determine who gets into grand finals. Is it going to be the veteran, Joseph?
1, Tetris.
Or is it going to be Huff? Again, both of these players here finishing in the top 5 last year. Joseph tied for 5th place. Huff tied for 3rd place last year.
Yeah, so definitely wanting to improve their standing here and get into the top 2 this year. They're one step away with only each other being in the way.
And there you go, Boom Tetris. Yeah, for Huff.
Yeah. And Joseph, clean playfield, Huff having to do some burning.
Yep, set himself an LJ requirement, but there he got it. So now he's looking actually for the L. Wasn't quite getting the L. Is he going to set him? Okay, there you go. Yeah, didn't want to give himself a double eyepiece dependency.
Yeah.
But now an awkward situation. There we go. Fine. Oh, actually, okay. I see what he's trying to do. That was really smart.
Yeah, but it's interesting seeing the differences in Joseph's and Huff's stack. Joseph didn't really have to burn much at all thus far. That's
again,
the difference before.
For those who are tuning in, they are getting the same pieces. So that aspect of RNG is not a factor here. And again, it's just having this lead of 93% here, the Tetris rate, so important. Starting off with a 93% rate is going to be wonderful for Joseph here if he can try to maintain this. But again, it's still very early. They're only at line 32. So Huff is definitely going to be able to bring his Tetris rate really, really far up if he can play clean from this point forward.
You can tell Joseph is focused and really looking to maximize every line possible. That's the only way you can get Tetris rates this high, even early on. Not willing to take those burns.
Better be well rested as well, because I believe he just got up from a nap. So
doesn't seem to be affecting his performance. This is as good as it gets.
Yeah. Just needs to set himself a Tetris on that column 9, drops the eyepiece there, second eyepiece, boom, Tetris for Joseph, and boom, Tetris for Huff. You can see Huff bringing that Tetris rate all the way up to 72% already.
Yeah, catching up just a bit here. Joseph did take a couple of burns. And a triple there.
And boom, Tetris for Huff. And we see Joseph now at a point where he's Tetris ready. He's going to be able to drop that boom Tetris for Joseph. Yeah, some pieces here that you can see the head shake from Joseph.
Just some dependencies forming. Nothing too serious yet.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about watching Joseph is, how emotive he is while playing.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to express is that some of our best performances have been when the player who's having the most fun is playing, and Joseph definitely enjoying this match here.
And look at this. Huff has actually surpassed Joseph in the Tetris rate now. So he's at 73%. Joseph is at 70%. Obviously, that means that they're neck and neck, but with that little bit of a rough start there, Joseph was not able to build a big enough lead, but of course was only just a small little hiccup for Huff.
Yeah, it was really just some burns here and there, and now they're optimizing so much with every line clear that even just a few singles and a triple are going to make the difference now at this level of play.
you know, take a look at Huffaluffagus' camera over there. You can see the rolling technique here. Playing with the controller upside down, having his thumb basically on the precipice of pressing the button down. So whenever he hits the bottom of the controller, he's actually pushing the D-pad into his thumb with each of those rolling, each of the fingers that he's rolling. And so if you need to move it 3 spaces, you just roll with 3 fingers. If you need to move it 4, you go with 4. And so it's a really efficient way to move the pieces exactly how far you want it to go.
Okay, Huff with a lot of delayed burning happening here. Gonna have to take a double.
Hey, oh yeah, actually he can't even get the dirty Tetris here. That's gonna be, actually that worked out really well for him. If he can just get that J piece now. There it is, triple, and he's back open.
And Joseph needing to do the same on his field. Getting it done. Both players looking to score again.
Yep, so Joseph with a slight increase in the lead now. You can see 75 to 68%, but again, nothing that's even substantial enough. Because boom, Tetris for Huff, you can see it's basically tied.
Yep, basically neck and neck. And transitions coming in the next 10 lines. Will that play a factor?
Yeah, but of course, as soon as they get to 130 lines, that's going to transition over to level 19, which is considerably faster.
And players probably want to get their play fields at least manageable. They're in good shape now. Okay, Huff, first to go to level 19 transition.
And again, you know, using the rolling technique, you can see how quickly the pieces slide over. Look how fast that eyepiece just shot over to the right. You'll see it again. There you go.
Boom, Tetris for Joseph. Neck and neck.
It's crazy to think that we could ever see something that makes hypertapping look kind of slow.
And even the fact that Joseph is taking up rolling in a way, you know, experimenting with it, seeing if it's for him. That's a testament to how powerful rolling is.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna go for a burn. Waiting. Look at this 22 piece route. Yeah.
34 on Huff's side.
Oop,
and yeah, Joseph having to wait too.
Puck there. And now finally the long piece shows up, but both players going through that drought.
Yeah, so Joseph behind in lines a bit, so he has a little bit more time than the scores may indicate.
So here we go. Huffaluffagus has officially taken the lead, but barely. Oh man, all these matches are going to be so ridiculously close.
Yeah, and you love to see it. You love to see the top players pushing each other to break their own limits, and that's how we get records broken and amazing Tetris on display here. Boom, Tetris for Huff.
That first match between Joseph and Richie was just...
Oh, Joseph passing up the Tetris to keep the playfield level.
That's what you can do with hypertapping. It's one of the big advantages. There you go, not quite set up for a Tetris. Huff right now needs to get to column 2 and 3. Because see, column 3 is still slightly, but oh no, I think that might have been too many.
Wanted the long bar, yeah. Maybe just a crack in the armor of rolling there. Boom, Tetris for Huff. Nothing major, but if that's what caused it.
Yeah, that's going to allow Joseph to get the lead again. But again, you know, it's scary to say that Joseph, who was the pioneer of, one of the pioneers of hypertapping, first people to get to ridiculous levels of, beyond the kill screen. But he may have the disadvantage here if he can't get a significant lead. That might mean that Huff can survive long enough during the kill screen to overtake Joseph.
But even then, Joseph being a player who can survive on kill screen as well.
Right, that's
neck and neck. Okay, max out for Joseph here on level 27, and Huff looking to max out too.
As soon as we get a long bar, if it comes, where's that long? There it is, and max out.
Max out, and Joseph getting another Tetris, so Joseph being up by 1 Tetris now. So close.
Okay, gave himself 2 long
Joseph
bars.
doing it again. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. Passing up on the Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Joseph again. Super aggressive. Which is what you need to do. Missed on level 28 for Joseph.
Uh-oh. But here's a problem right now. He's got... Oh, God, that was nice. He's
one line away from hitting transition. Okay, he needs another log bar. Is it gonna come? And he has to take the line clear. And Huff is in position to chase down. Only 20,000 points.
Like I said, this is the difference right here. This is the difference. This is something that Joseph never had to worry about before. Normally, in any other year, I think he'd have already won. Can Huff... Oh, my God. Did you see squeezing that piece in there?
It might be singles on kill screen here. Double.
That is it.
That's gonna do it. Huff's gonna take it with the singles post kill screen play. And yeah, Joseph was really holding out for that long bar, wanting to get that last Tetris. But maybe the strat is to survive into kill screen and seeing what happens with your opponent, because we know that Joseph can hang at least somewhat here post 29. So
and again,
we'll see what happens this round.
This is just an indication. Again, we were talking about this, from the Richie match, that, this was, I felt like, was the determining factor. And again, it was just Richie, losing it at the very end there on the chase down. But he definitely had the ability to do this to Joseph as well. Look at this. Huff is still going, and he is just in a zone. No reason to stop.
After 29. And the thing is, Joseph, if you look at his setup, was playing aggressively for Tetris. He wanted like a kill. He wanted the Tetris to score high enough, but you can't do that to a roller. And that's what we're seeing on display here. Right. It's better to survive and see what your chances are and maybe out-survive the singles. But the scores themselves weren't that far apart. It's just a matter of knowing the outcome and being able to adjust to it in real time.
Dude, level 36 there for Huff. And he was the one that got the level 41 earlier in the tournament as well.
Yeah, so even if Joseph got that last Tetris, it wouldn't have been a kill shot.
No,
it would not have. Yeah, so yeah, maybe Joseph will adapt and adjust to accommodate for seeing what happens in post 29. Get that stack in order for the second transition.
I mean, they are all talking about this. A lot of the interviews that we have there, you can basically tell they're kind of hinting that they're going to be moving to rolling in the future. We've seen Joseph practice with the rolling. So he even is, who is one of the premier hyper tappers in the world, is going to be potentially transitioning to rolling as well. I feel like it's very similar to the way that hyper tapping kind of overshadowed Daz, and I feel like that's kind of happening with rolling versus hyper tapping.
I'm actually excited to see it, and I am just so I love seeing players, even if something like rolling comes up, they'll challenge themselves and try to take it up. They'll try to learn and evolve as the game progresses. And Joseph isn't comfortable to sit on his laurels, is trying rolling. So I'm excited to see, will he become a hybrid? Will he switch between tapping and rolling, or will he go all rolling like Huff is now?
Man, these early droughts here for the players. We've been seeing a lot of droughts recently. No, I mean, not even recent, just throughout today, we've just been seeing a lot of droughts.
Yeah. But it's up to the player to manage their stack and be able to survive and score as well as possible, given the piece set.
Yeah, Joseph shaking his head, but what a clean burn right there to get himself situated back for the Tetris. But again, look at what's happening to Huff right now. He's getting hit a little bit by that drought as well. But oh man, perfect timing for that eyepiece to clear it out. He's Tetris ready, and boom, Tetris for Huff.
Boom, Tetris for Joseph. We are neck and neck.
Yep.
100,000 points in.
Both of them at basically the same amount of lines as well. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. Which means the eyepiece should be coming for Huff pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Huff, Huff might be ahead a little bit. Yes, he is. Oh, beautiful clean from Huff.
Doesn't get closer than this. Beautiful setups, neck and neck. Boom, Tetris for Joseph, evening it up. 380 points difference.
Joseph, nice. Saw the eyepiece coming, so he set the T-piece perfectly for the eyepiece to fit right in there. But he's got himself a staircase and you know, a sawtooth situation, which isn't optimal. There we go. Cleaned it up. There we go. And boom, Tetris for Joseph. Huff right now trying to get the Tetris as well. Himself set up with a huge staircase.
Yeah, finally deviating from being aggressive and taking that double and a single there.
Man, 16 line drought. So I think this is the same drought Joseph is going to run into right now. So yeah, Joseph is going to go for some burning. And there's finally the eyepiece. A little too late, but oh, another one right afterwards. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. And again, players neck and neck. However, Huff doing some cleaning now.
Yeah, that's going to take a few burns, and any score difference here will allow Joseph to take the lead even further. He's up by 1 Tetris now, and now 2.
Beautiful pieces for Huff.
Yep.
Gonna allow himself to burn through there. Yep.
Adjustment there to accommodate the J.
Oof. Okay. Building up a nice little spire there in the middle, which is never pleasant to have to deal with. If you can find a piece to tuck in there, but they aren't giving it. Okay, finally, he got the piece to
welcoming the box.
Yeah,
kind of like getting that Amazon delivery.
Oh man. And
good double.
Yeah, Joseph also having to do a little bit of cleaning. Okay. But has to get another J piece, or the I piece will help, and then the J piece. There you go. And there we go. Opens the stack up. But you know, he's shaking his head, but Huff has definitely had to go through a little bit of the same drought. And so they're both still extremely neck and neck, because he's 63% versus 61%.
Yep. And only 1,000-point difference, mainly.
and again, this is tough, because keeping pace is bad for Joseph.
Yeah, he wants to be ahead, but they're maximizing so much here. You know, where do you go from this, right? This is, you know, max out pace already, and I guess we'll see after transition, because that's where more crazy things happen after you hit level 19.
It's weird, because a lot of the times when we were commentating Joseph versus Jonas long time ago, we were saying that like it almost feels like Jonas has to hope for a top out from Joseph, and I almost feel like that's kind of a similar situation, that Joseph needs an early top out from Huff. Because if Huff can keep surviving this and then just getting those singles at the end, that little slight difference will always be able to overcome a close game.
But I think after the last outcome, just survival. I mean, you can't play over aggressive and top out. Joseph's best chance is for Huff to top out first, and then for Joseph to know how much aggression to throttle to try to get the kill Tetris at the end, or to survive on his own, making whatever lines he can post 29, because he can. Boom Tetris to Joseph. Now transition. Both players. Huff with a slight lead. Oh, neck and neck.
Yeah, neck and neck right now. And oh man, Huff in an awkward situation. I like that burn, but he needs something on column 10 now. There he goes. Gets it in there. Perfectly done. Again, the rolling, you just see like that eyepiece just basically teleports over to the side. It's so fast. How fast the rolling gets the pieces over there.
Just such good stacking on both these screens. Just look at that management and building for best piece accommodation. It's mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's one of the things that makes it so that, you know, even casual Tetris players will come and watch this and they're just blown away by this level. Everybody's played this game. There's like barely a human who has not touched Tetris before. And so you will see the level of play from these players and you're just like, I can't even see what's happening. Oh, perfect pieces for Joseph. But now he just needs another eyepiece. There you go. Boom, Tetris.
Back and forth. So neck and neck this entire match. Boom, Tetris.
Joseph. this late in the game, that 71 versus 60% lead is actually a little more significant. But again, with the way that Huff can survive, oh no!
Joseph with a misdrop, nothing he can't handle, but it's so critical now. Every single burn. Good resolve, and it's clean again. Boom Tetris for Joseph, and Huff looking really clean now too.
Yeah, 68 versus 65%, but again, is that enough? Huff needs something to tuck in there. Uh-oh, a misdrop from Huff.
There. He's probably gonna want to lower the right side to make that burnable.
There we go, gets the T piece.
But that's gonna allow Joseph to take a slight lead, and Huff probably wants to survive to get to the part where rolling will play the bigger factor.
Really bad RNG there for Huff.
Ooh. Huff getting up high. Good dig.
Yeah, he's going to be able to keep digging. He's going to still be able to keep digging. No, he couldn't get the piece over there.
Off his left. So Joseph is going to take that round. Very, very close game. Super neck and neck, like you said, James.
Oh, man. Oh.
Wow. And this is what it all comes down to. This is what we were here for. These really close matches between the top level players playing their best Tetris.
Yeah, so you saw that as soon as Joseph knew he won that. There was the quick fist pump there. You can see full of energy and full of life.
Definitely happy with that. Happy with his performance there. But really, both players just so efficient and wonderful stacking. Just if you want to watch good stacking, that's going to be another one to play for the ages.
Yeah, I mean, these are great matches, for both of these players playing so efficiently to just go back and study and watch where their decisions are, what decision making they are using for their pieces.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful how
already I know this is going to be, people are going to talk about this match in the future because it's just so iconic. You have a former world champion and really just, an evolving player in Huff. Being a tapper, going to being a roller, and being this like the first massive test of, a veteran versus the new play style in action when it counts.
Yeah, but again, one of the main things here is that I feel like Joseph has to kind of almost rely on Huff topping out because that's what happened there, right? That's kind of the situation. Had Huff been able to keep up with that whole entire situation and get himself to the kill screen or the thrill screen, as it were, it would have been a little bit harder for Joseph. But I gotta tell you, man, one of my favorite things again about Joseph, look at the smile on his face. He is just having so much fun, and I love that.
I love that too. Just ever since seeing him enter, it's always been that way.
Yep. Since the beginning.
Okay, Huff stacking up high, looking really good there. Oh, takes a triple before the Tetris.
Yeah, but he's Tetris ready again and still at 72%. And again, that's just early on. This will bring him all the way up to 80%, as you can see how quickly the percentage has changed this early on. Interesting choice to put that piece all the way over there on the left, but he finally clears it out. Now here comes a drought that's coming in.
Oh, Huff taking another triple. Yeah, the drought, having to deal with it.
Yeah, both players right now are just like, come on, drought.
Triple. I'm just wondering, okay, so Max Out Club usually can determine when, Tetrises are made and other types of line clears. I wonder if it's possible to make like a Tetris torture trainer, which if you make a single, double, or a triple, it electric shocks you.
Stop giving Mizuguchi any ideas here.
oh no! Do you know about the synesthesia suit for Rez?
Wait, which one?
A suit. Okay, so for Rez Infinite, he made a suit that actually has game feedback. And it doesn't cause you pain. It's supposed to cause you pleasure. With the music and stuff. So,
yeah. On the Xbox,
Mizuguchi does have the technology to do this, and he has made suits that are interactive.
Dude,
That's
on the Xbox 360, you could actually use 4 controllers and put them in your pockets and stuff, and they would all shake as you played.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna see Tetris Effect shocking version coming up next. So yeah,
You know,
Not
and also
just-
our community is just so incredibly talented and gifted. We have a lot of tools to help, you know, with hyper tapping speed and line clear trainers and transition trainers and things like that. I don't know. Maybe they can get to it to make that shock trainer. Punish you for taking that triple.
Oh man. But here we go. You can see Huff now building a lead here, getting a higher Tetris rate than Joseph. While we were busy talking about the shock version of Tetris here. And yeah, Joseph being forced to do a couple of burns is playing a little bit safe because he just knows these droughts are brutal right now. So he's been playing a little bit safer than I feel like I'm used to seeing Joseph. Again, Joseph was the one who was always the aggressor when he was going up against Jonas. And now I feel like he's almost feeling like he has to play it a little safe here because, you know, he's not going to outpace Huff.
I think survival's the key, really. Just staying alive, seeing what happens to Huff, and adjusting on the fly. And Huff, for his strategy, also, you know, needs to survive to get to post 29, where rolling is a bigger factor.
Yeah, you see a lot of head shakes from Joseph right now. He is definitely not getting the best of pieces. And again, it's not usually a problem. They can usually manage. Normally, we would be saying, okay, he got through there and still at a 64%. But his opponent right now is sitting at 78%. And so that kind of a little bit of a dry spell right there is enough to potentially make it so that you can't win anymore. But now Huff needing to find, okay, perfect. And there we go. Boom, Tetris for Huff.
Yep, so Joseph, just behind by a couple of Tetrises. And, you know, I think level 19, with a 19 to 29 Tetris score increasing, even if you have, you know, a couple of Tetrises deficit going into it, that could be made up depending on how the pace changes after transition. And we're about 20-ish lines away, 25 lines away from transition.
It's just so crazy when you watch Huff's screen, how much, you know, with him playing with rolling, it just looks like modern Tetris with the auto daz, you know, throwing things all the way to the side almost instantaneously. It looks the same with how fast he's able to slide these pieces over.
Yeah.
All right. A little bit of
burns for Huff.
Yeah, he keeps having to block that column 3 and kind of almost saw a mini head shake from Huff that time.
I think he was considering maybe using the well, but it just didn't form right for that. Takes the triple.
So this is important now for Joseph here to try to catch up. Even after that, you know, he's still behind in percentages, but barely.
So Huff hitting level 19 transition. And Joseph hitting transition with a really nice clean board.
Yeah.
Has space to lay that long bar flat.
Okay, here we go. This is a situation now where Huff needs to... Okay, there we go. Perfect. His board is clean and clear now. But even then, he's still not going too greedy. Oh, Joseph, yeah, I can't get the Tetris just yet. He's going to be able to get it on that one. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. Huff, boom, Tetris for Huff. Look at this 4,000, basically 5,000 points was separating them. Look at this. Oh, man. And again, as frightening enough as it is to say they are the same Tetris rates, but this being neck and neck like this does not favor Joseph.
Well, we'll see if Joseph adjusts and stacks safely to survive into 29.
Well, they're still at the beginning right here. A long way to go before they get to 29. Anything can happen at this point. Yeah. And anyone can get a random top out just from one
they just need to maintain the aggression enough to keep up, but stay alive to let it play out to it, because you just don't... Like here, it almost feels like at this state of Tetris proficiency, like topping out here is like an early top out at this point.
Yeah.
19 is the new 18.
Dude, all the definitions have changed. Kill screen's not a kill screen anymore. You know, Tetris rate being 60% isn't good enough anymore. We've seen so many players lose with 60% Tetris rates. Oh, Joseph, yeah, you can see how aggressive he's playing. He's not going for burns.
Boom, Tetris for Joseph. And look, neck and neck still.
Yeah,
okay,
look
Joseph
at this.
Finally up ahead by 1. But that's not much here at this point.
Yeah, with the amount of singles that Huff can get during the kill screen.
Okay, Joseph with max out there on level 26. So, you know, amazing scores coming here. Huff
Amazing
nearly
how
maxed
much
out.
getting a max out. I mean, before we used to say max out, and like kind of with this intonation that they're guaranteed to win now.
Nope, not even the case anymore. And boom, Tetris for Huff, max out. 102. And Joseph with another Tetris, 1.1 million. Here we go.
Okay, Huff, Tetris ready again. Boom, Tetris for Huff. Nice little adjustment for Joseph at the last second.
Another
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck, going into skill screen. Boom, Tetris for Joseph.
Just 5
with
more
a little
lives.
gap. Huff, super aggressive. Boom, Tetris for Huff.
This is what Huff wants to see. This is what he wants to do. He wants to be able to survive through this. He's going to get a triple
9 lines for Joseph. Okay, Huff into kill screen. Joseph Tetrising into kill screen. 124. So Joseph is now safe on kill screen, and Huff actually gives it up. And Joseph takes that one now with the level 29 into level 30 play. It is time for Joseph to do some mullining now and strike fear into the heart of his competition by playing after the kill screen.
Yeah, showing, you know what? Go ahead and use your rolling. I've got my hyper tapping. Look at that.
This is Joseph Saley, the innovator of post-kill screen play, the original player to break all those records, you know, level 33, level 34, back when those records were being broken on practically a daily basis. On display here by 2-time world champion Joseph Saley. GG's.
Level 32, going up 2-1 over Huffaluffagus. Again, last year's tied for 3rd place with Nenu.
Yeah, and will you believe that the roller Huffaluffagus fighting for his tournament life against the 2-time CTWC world champion Joseph Saley. Wow.
1.1, not enough. 68% Tetris rate, not enough. This is the kind of level that we are expecting here. This was set up in the first game between Joseph and Richie, and what we were going to expect for today. Look at the kind of matches that we are having. Just taking it to the limit.
Yeah, this was just, I knew this was going to be a memorable matchup, and even it's not even over yet. And this is going to be one for the replay reels. Game Scout is going to have a field day with this. I just love it.
But it's crazy. Can you imagine Joseph going down in 5th place last year, seeming like it was time for the younger generation to even pass him up? Because, I mean, he still kind of counts as the younger generation. But can you imagine?
I don't know. Torches officially passed from Jonas Neubauer to Joseph Saley. Mm-hmm. So the most veteran here.
Yep.
Against the new blood in Huff, representing rolling, the last shining hope of rolling. Joseph hoping to make rolling look like Das here as the roller slayer.
Right. And then the craziest thing about that, though, is that can you imagine 4th year to get into grand finals? I mean, he would be in grand finals 3 out of 4 years with all these players stepping up and challenging, and with even these new techniques, it would be almost unprecedented for him to be able to pull that off.
Yeah. Okay, so some burns by Joseph early on. Boom Tetris for Huff, boom Tetris for Joseph.
Huff with a needing to
tuck.
clean up here. Yeah. And actually beautifully handled. All right. But still needs to get something into column 8. Column 8 is where the problem is. Yeah, he's going for the double line bar. Still maintaining that. Yeah, he's giving up the chase because look at this drought. Look at
No
this
bit
drought.
for Huff.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of burns.
Yep. But again, still very early on. Kind of similar to how Huff started last time, and he was able to catch all the way up and even take the lead against Joseph. But he keeps getting the exact backwards piece of what he needs. I mean, that's what it feels like the RNG likes to do to you.
Joseph now taking a sneeze break.
So we got water from dog side, and now Joseph with the sneeze break.
That could be Huff's chance to catch up. Nope, Joseph maintaining composure and hitting another Tetris there.
All right, setting up a LJ requirement. Now just a J requirement for Joseph. Oh, there it is. Finally gets it.
But you know, it's best that Joseph gets his sneezes out now because you don't want that to happen post 29.
Oh man, it's true. Got these players who are maybe Joseph is allergic to rolling or something.
Well, he's taking it up, so that could form some countermeasure.
Wow, look how aggressive Joseph is playing. Yeah, it came at the wrong time. But again, this is the kind of play that these two are forcing out of each other. They know they have to play super aggressive, and as much as Huff has had to spend cleaning up all the way up to above 50. Don't worry, guys, we got this.
Here. Okay, let's see how they handle this drought. Or Joseph's still in it.
Go.
Problem.
And perfect timing. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. Which means the long bar should be coming for Huff as well very soon. Where is it? There it is.
Boom, Tetris for Huff. Neck and neck. What you want to see. Boom, Tetris for Joseph.
Joseph, I mean, look at this. Both of them with such clean play fields.
I mean, both these players are just really playing clean, best Tetris.
Look at that.
Yeah, that nice tuck. Boom, Tetris for Huff.
You know, there's a way to build your stack that you know it can always be fixed. And these players are so good at doing that. And then, they know which pieces are going to solve that situation. And they have it all set up and ready to go, as you just saw from Joseph right there with the double T tuck, which was just, it's so beautiful.
Yep, that's what makes up a player's moveset. They know the possibilities, and throwing down pieces so that they have the most vast array of possibilities to solve them is a way to go.
Yeah, bad timing for a couple of O pieces right there from Joseph, but able to handle it like a champ, like a pro, of course.
Stacking up so high.
Wow! He's playing so risky, but it's gonna work out and pay off for him.
Yeah, really aggressive play by Huff there, and he's able to catch up and score.
Yeah, but he's ahead by 7 lines.
Yeah. So it's not that big of a...
So technically, Joseph still has the lead.
Yeah, some lines to give.
Okay. Yeah, Joseph having to build an...
Oh, nice. He saw that coming, the long bar, to clear that out, so he knew that covering the well would unsolve with that long bar. Oh, having to take a triple there.
Now Huff is in a cleaning situation. But he's getting the long bars that he needs at least to get that playfield great. Unfortunately, he can't get Tetrises off of them. But still, oh no, this is not the right time for an LJ burst.
Coming. So Huff probably wants to get his board in better shape. Okay, he opens it up. And we'll be able to get a Tetris if the long bar comes.
Yeah, that's why he's not trying to burn right now.
Okay, he gets
there
it.
we go. Transition. And he's going to be able to clean out here, but now he's down to a 58%. Joseph, on the other hand, 67% on transition.
Yeah, this is still a really good close game.
Yeah, with the way, again, that Huff can play post-kill screen, this lead might still not even be enough for Joseph. He's having to do some burning himself now. Yeah, sets himself for a tuck, but where is that J piece? Or that right there.
Nice from Joseph.
Yep.
Just so precise.
Now he needs something over there on the right. How is he going to play this out? Doesn't go for the burn. Goes for the burn right there. So many head shakes from Joseph.
He's doing great. I'm not sure what there's a head shake about. Boom Tetris with Joseph again. Super aggressive, just raining down the Tetrises.
Oh, what a sequence of pieces for Joseph. That was perfect to get him almost.
And yeah, look at this lead now, almost 120,000. So Joseph in great shape in the post-19 game. Huff, actually doing well, but the lead has been growing just from those few burns here and there. Boom Tetris for Huff.
Huff now set up for another Tetris, waiting for that long bar, but of course here comes a drought, choosing again not to burn, had a burn opportunity. There we go. Okay,
off the top. Definitely the right thing to do there. Okay, hold it out. Boom, Tetris for Huff.
Yeah, now he actually needs a J piece, or the I piece will do it. And look at this, boom, Tetris for Huff. Beautiful stuff.
So yeah, Joseph had to take a few burns there, nothing too major, but is able to keep his playfield clean. So clean. This is such a great match. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. It's like you can't look at both screens at the same time and appreciate the solves that we're seeing.
Right? Uh-oh, okay. Now Joseph, unfortunately, needs to burn a lot off of that right side.
You got it.
Yeah, but he's down to 67%.
Yeah.
I make that sound like a bad number.
But what might end up happening is, Joseph was playing on kill screen last game, so they're both able to throw down in the post-29. We may see a post-29 showdown between these Tetris Titans. Wow, nice spin by Joseph. Nice tuck. Look at that maneuverability.
Yeah, but this is a problem. He's got a really, really ugly board right now. He might be able to survive, but what he's got to do to clean this is going to be... Oh, that was so nice. Oh, what a smart decision.
Huff's looking good now with a clean board.
Yeah,
starting to rain down Tetrises and has caught up in score. Ooh, Joseph fighting for his life here. Probably wants to get his board in shape no matter what. Survive. Ooh, nice spin. Kill screen's coming. Let's see if Joseph can burn back down and get back into safety. Huff has taken the lead slightly. It's not insurmountable, but it's going to take the post-29 play. And Joseph is on 227 lines. Really needs that Tetris. Okay, he's got a Tetris into... Okay, he needs to get another long bar in there. Takes a triple. Now it's just a matter of survival. Can he burn down on 29 enough to maintain the lead?
It's going to be the same thing again.
Very small lead.
It's going to be a chase down on level 31. And Huff just getting the singles, the doubles.
And yeah, we're seeing history repeat itself. And we're just a few lines away from knowing.
Oh, 860 points. There it is! And
that means we are going to be seeing a decider between these two superstars. Wow.
Decider. This is, again, like I said, that last sequence right there from Joseph, where he had to do all those burns at the top of the screen, may have cost him, but maybe not, because look at this. Huff is still going.
Still going. They've been trading back and forth, the mullining here.
This is... I don't want to call it unfair, because, like, it's so crazy how these players
Joseph has to walk away. He's just... the carnage is too much.
This is filthy. Just what you can do with this rolling is so potent. He's still
Wow.
going level 36. Again,
Yeah.
we saw him get to level 41 earlier today, and now he's just going for triples. This is, again, the reason why they do this is to practice, to make sure that they're in shape in case that they need to do this to win. So he's going to keep playing this way just to make sure he's in shape for this.
Yep. And yeah, getting that momentum going into the next round is always good.
Yeah, and Joseph is just thinking to himself, man, what do I have to do to beat these kids? I don't even think
to
he's
be on the
that much-
receiving end of that.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
only
even think
been a
he's-
couple of years, you know?
I don't even think he's that much younger than, older than Huff, right? Oh, man.
Oh, Huff almost making the Tetris. Oh my goodness! That Tetris, even after kind of hanging the long bar there. Yeah.
Level 40. When he got that Tetris, you just saw Joseph going like, what the heck, man? Oh boy. And you know, one of the craziest things about that, you know, what a lot of people don't realize is obviously rolling is really fast and it's going to get you the hits really, you know, really quickly. But you also have to learn to time the first hits of your finger, like literally right when the piece comes in. So there's this rhythm, this timing that you have to be able to roll in there. And I don't know how they do this because, again, I haven't tried rolling myself, but we talked about why you favor the eyepiece going to the right, while you put the well on the right. You have to 5-tap to get the eyepiece all the way to the left. So I don't know how you would do that with rolling because, you know, most of the players are just using the 4 fingers. I'm not sure how that works. I'm gonna have to sit down and try to practice rolling at some point in time to get some better insight in this. But again, 2-2, we are going to the decider. Look at the effort that Joseph has to put out just to be able to win. As like I said, if Huff does not top out, I don't know. Can Jonas win?
We're gonna see. It's all come down to this. They're coming into a crash course into each other here. A decider. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This is going to be the final game in this match between Joseph and Huff. Will Joseph become the roller slayer, or will Huff take this into the top 2 for the first time?
And just really show everybody the power of
Solidifying that power of rolling.
Yeah, he already has shown people what the power of rolling is, but like you said, solidifying it is a good way to describe it. Yeah. Oops. Even Joseph just going like, come on, man. But you can see what it's doing. He has to kind of second guess himself because he's like, should I aggressive, safe? You know, and like it's not a clear conclusion anymore, even at level 18.
Yep, and Huff playing super solid now. 88% Tetris rate.
Yeah, it's so funny, the contrast between these two players. You can see the way, what is happening to Joseph right now? Not like this. But the stark contrast between these players, how Joseph is just, like I said, so emotive, and Huff is like, he's like the Terminator here, you know, just expressionless, in for the kill.
Yeah, it's working out. Okay, Joseph almost back into safety here.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't drop
I'm surprised he didn't, put the eye there to facilitate the burn.
Yeah, as a result, he is having to do some longer status burning over here. Okay, finally getting that gap open, but where's the eye? Oh boy. Oh, perfect. All right, but again, this is bad news for Joseph. The amount of efficiency that he's losing in this situation. He's gonna get out of this as, you know, expected. But look at this.
He's losing pace that much, you're almost forcing yourself to rely on your opponent topping out. So hopefully you'll be able to get back on pace here. Huff Meanwhile, 85% Tetris rate. It's been banging them down. Hasn't let up one bit.
It's crazy, but like, does that change anything for Joseph? Because he has to kind of rely on his opponent topping out no matter what. It almost feels like
consistency, is still a virtue here in 2021. So even if you have a bad Tetris rate and you survive more than your opponent has a bad game and you happen to survive even though you don't have the highest score on the game that they top out, you will still win.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great, beautiful micro adjustments. Again, I always felt like, when I first joined this community, Jonas was the master of those micro adjustments. But you can see so many of the players able to just do that on the fly all the time as well now.
Yeah. I mean, actually, that's part of the next level, four-dimensional level thinking outside of the blocks.
All right, Huff now, still sitting at that 83% rate. There we go. Boom, Tetris for Huff. And again, the crazy thing is, if you're Huff, like, I almost feel like you can play a little calmly now. You can just kind of take your time. I don't think he can play safe, but playing safe might be the right choice for him. Because if he has this lead and he can maintain this and get all the way to kill screen and turn it into...
Has them back a bit. Yeah, Joseph has improved the efficiency. What he needs to do is really kind of button down and not been taking any unnecessary burns. So the gap is closing. Huff up by about 2.5 Tetrises now.
Yeah. All right, boom, Tetris for Joseph. Again, at this point in time, it's just like I'm so mesmerized watching this and seeing what's unfolding here. 80% Tetris rate for Huff. He is just looking so calm and collected right now. Not that if he was ever in a panic situation, I think we would ever even see a change of expression on his face.
Yep. That's just how Huff rolls.
Yeah.
Boom Tetris for Joseph. Boom Tetris for Huff. And that about 60,000 point differential's gonna stay this way, probably into transition here, coming soon.
But a little bit awkward right now for Huff.
Yeah, a bit of a spire in the middle.
And a lot of LJ dependencies right now. So he needs an eyepiece there. He needs an eyepiece.
Go aggressive.
Get a dirty Tetris.
Dirty center well possible, and there it is. Boom Tetris for Huff. That kind of aggression. Joseph hitting transition now. 559,000 points. It's a good transition score, but Huff is still ahead.
Yeah. Even to be able to get a Tetris in that situation, just amazing.
Boom Tetris for Joseph. Boom Tetris for Huff. Here we go. Now the deficit reduced to only about 38,000 points.
And Joseph needing to find something to drop over there. Okay, finally gets the piece that he needed.
Oh, boom Tetris for Joseph. We're about to see a lead change if Joseph can get another Tetris before Huff does, but Huff hits it first.
Man, I can't believe Joseph is actually catching up. He's getting there.
Having to do some burns, but does it as efficiently as you can with that setup. Nice.
All right.
Boom Tetris for
Joseph.
Joseph.
Tetris. But Joseph is ahead in lines, only by one. But he's still down by one Tetris, but it's only one Tetris now. But again, is that going to be enough? Can he do this without having Huff top out? Oh, he's saving up.
Joseph taking that tuck, super aggressive. Very good. Boom Tetris for Joseph.
I can't believe Joseph is getting away with that situation. Boom.
What you got to do, super aggressive play.
Yep. There's no holding back.
And Huff has not let up one bit. They are both neck and neck. Going to level 24, 840,000 points versus 852,000 points.
Okay, set up for a Tetris is Joseph and Huff. Huff, had to block that, but not going to be a problem.
Created a couple of holes.
Yeah, and now Huff.
Yeah, have a few burns.
Yeah.
But we are still neck and neck score-wise. They both have the same number of lines practically.
And Joseph actually tying it up now. But again, that kill screen. Huff wants to get that in there, nice. And he's gonna get a boom Tetris for Huff.
Boom Tetris for Joseph.
Transitioning at practically at the exact same time.
Okay, max out for Joseph.
It's crazy, like I said, how
another one of these games pushing each other to the limit.
Not enough.
Ooh, nice line burn there.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the playfield safe.
Oh, this is tough. Oh no.
Joseph with some dependencies.
Oh no. That's gonna be a hard situation for Joseph to get out of. That might do it.
Can he survive? Oh,
and
Joseph Huff out. Huff is gonna take it and advance into the top two. Oh my goodness.
Is gonna take it from a missed drop from Joseph. And there you have it, Huff.
It was so close up until the end.
And finally, the smile breaking out from Huffaluffagus. Just, oh, look at him. He is elated. And Joseph again.
Two-time world champion Joseph has been eliminated, but what a showing. And, Joseph taking up rolling. We're going to see him again.
And it's so crazy. I mean, again, like I said, 4 years of CTWC, first place, tied for 5th, and now tied for 3rd. But this might be the reckoning that we're seeing here, the welcoming of our new rolling overlords, perhaps. Because Huff has set himself up.
Yeah, we've got a roller in the top
finals.
2. It might be, just over the course of the year, rolling might just win, this first year. So it's possible.
Joseph, my goodness.
Hey, Scout.
So much. Hi, Joseph. So much has changed since 2018 was, both our first years going, pulled off victory in your first year. Now you are the veteran. You have been in the scene, longer than anybody in the top 8 this year. How does it feel being the veteran now, the other end of the spectrum?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't let it sink in just yet. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting old.
How has it felt in this top 8? You had to go up against 2 rollers back to back. Richie talked about how you were his inspiration to start playing the game. What was your mindset? Because this is a challenge that you haven't had to face previous years.
Yeah, I mean, obviously before the tournament, I knew that Ruins had some crazy stuff on 29, 1.6, I believe, as well now. And, I just had to make sure, or I don't know, my consistency is all about what I'm looking for right now. And I'm not sure how often, these players can pull off 1.3, 0.4, back to back. So I was just kind of hoping early top outs would happen. And, I just got really lucky actually this tournament, especially with Ruins.
I mean, you definitely played consistent. You put up 9 maxes, or actually, how many maxes did you put up in quals again?
Yeah, 10. No.
10.
I might be lying. Is it 10? I forgot. It might have
got enough 10 maxes that I can't even keep track of it. You made it through your bracket stage again, and you pulled off maxes in 4 of the final 5 games. You pulled off maxes in every single game you lost against Huff. You played amazingly. And not only that, in a tougher field this year, you got further than you did last year. So you managed to improve.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really proud of that, making it to top 4 this year. And especially with games like this, I think my average for my last match with Ruins was average of like 1.06 maybe. So like I really performed well, and these players are just outperforming me. So there's nothing I can really do.
Well, you did have an amazing match versus Ruins. We didn't get to talk about it after that match, but let's go through what were you thinking at the end of Game 5? The nail biter that came right down to the wire.
I seriously got so lucky. Like, oh, he could have definitely like brought it back at the very end there, and I don't know. I'm so speechless. I still got to watch that video back, do some analysis, but yeah, just really lucky in my opinion.
So you had to face Huff last year in the top 8, and you had to face him again this year in the top 4. How has Huff been as an opponent last year versus this year?
I don't know. He definitely beat me last year with tapping. I definitely don't think I performed as well as today. So there might, I don't know. I don't want to say anything about that, but obviously Huff rolling definitely beats me all the time, I feel like. And yeah, I feel like he's going to keep going here and take out the winner of the right side of the bracket now.
So that's a soft prediction, perhaps.
Yeah, soft prediction, you could say.
Well, you definitely showed that you're still up there at the top. You pulled off so many amazing games this year. You have so many matches to be proud of. You talked about how you felt like a challenger this year again, just coming in, trying to win it all. You made it further than all but 2 players.
That's right.
So, is there anybody watching that you'd want to thank?
Yeah, I believe some of my family is watching right now. My aunt, my parents, of course. I'm not sure if my brothers, my sister. But yeah, thank you to them for watching, supporting me always. My roommates, of course, and of course, Anthony Ho. I want to shout out Anthony Ho. He's been here in VC with me, all night. I'm pretty sure he pulled an all-nighter just to stay up and talk with me all night. So I'm really grateful for him, being around. Of course, the MSM community. You guys have been really nice and made me happy. So. Yeah, I think that's it.
So a lot of players, including from your generation, got introduced to the scene watching Jonas versus Jeff match. Players that from that era, a lot of the new generation, specifically your match where you won for the first time, was the one that inspired them to get into the game. Is there anything you'd like to say to the whole new generation of players that you have specifically inspired and are now playing because of you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy that you guys are all playing. It's great to see a lot of new players pop up every single year and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Eventually, you're gonna be at the top. And yeah, I can't be grateful. I can't be grateful enough for the community here. It's so tight and it's just great.
So one last thing. You mentioned how you have a 400k PB with rolling in the previous pregame interview. When did you start rolling and how has your journey been with that?
All right. Yeah. So Cheese actually told me back in like October 2020 when he was barely figuring it out. And I don't know. I just really didn't want to switch playstyles at the moment. But yeah, I started using the rolling technique probably like a month ago. Yeah, probably like a month ago. And yeah, that's basically where I'm at with rolling right now.
You plan to continue developing it in the future?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think this is my last day tapping. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually try to pick up rolling and jump on that train. And I don't know. We'll see what I can do with it. But I don't know. Tapping is getting tough. It's creating muscle imbalance. I'm always sore. My wrist kind of hurting sometimes. And rolling is just so good. Seriously, the speed is just unreal, and so I have to jump onto it eventually. And I think now is a good time.
Right. Well, there's so many people who are originally inspired by your run, and it's inspiring in another way to see players who are now more on the veteran side picking up the new techniques, keeping pace with
Right.
new players in the scene. So I look forward to the next step in your Tetris journey. I know we'll all continuing to be watching and rooting for your success. So thanks so much, Joseph. It was great to
Yeah.
see you again this year in the tournament.
Of course. Thank you so much, David. It's always nice talking to you.
Absolutely.
So wow, what a if you can't beat him, join him endorsement for rolling there. Joseph saying that this is his last day tapping. I never thought I'd hear him say that because and plus his performance there was really good.
I mean, look, when you get as incredibly old as Joseph is now, you have to switch techniques. The muscles, they just don't hold up anymore, right? So gotta switch over to the rolling technique at this point in time. So, but again, Joseph, obviously one of the greatest ambassadors we could have asked for, to take the reins from Joseph taking the reins from Jonas. And, it's wonderful to see him. But again, next year, perhaps going with the rolling, it's going to be a terrifying thing to see.
Yeah. And I really hope we get to see Joseph evolve along with the scene and becoming a formidable roller. That is going to be a great story. We're going to be watching it. We're going to have our eyes on you, Joseph. We want to see it. We want to see a two-time Tetris world champion coming back with a new play style, maybe taking their third championship after their evolution.
Yeah, and it's going to be crazy because, again, next year, how many rollers are we going to see? We're going to see a bunch of them. But as we move on to the next match in the top four, no rolling over here. It is going to be hyper tapping versus hyper tapping. But what's interesting about this match coming up, outside of the fact that these are just the brothers fighting each other, of course, that is Dog and Pixel Andy as well. But remember, Pixel Andy was forced to go from DAS to hyper tapping to keep up with his brother. Is this going to be a similar situation now where both of them now are going to also have to switch over to rolling to keep up?
Well, they're going to have to keep up with each other. And it's a rematch from the finals last year. But before we do that, we want to give a big shout out to the Tetris company and the Tetris brand, because we can't have a classic Tetris tournament without Tetris itself. Of course, them bringing the cash prize for this to us, $10,000 pool with $3,000 going to the top prize, $1,500 going to second, and prizes on down to the top 16.
Yeah, again, Tetris is a game that will stand the test of time. It's a game that I don't think anybody is ever going to stop playing. One of the most intuitive video games ever created. And honestly, whenever people talk about, video games as art, they try to talk about things like, oh, this game made me cry. The story was so good. No, Tetris is the truest form of video game art. And I 100% believe that, because it is absolutely just, I feel like, the perfect video game ever created. It's intuitive. It's fun. Everybody can get into it. Yeah.
And at our level of competition, it most definitely will make you cry.
True, for sure. And look, I know everybody here in the chat loves Tetris as much. Everyone loves playing this game so much. So again, shout outs to the Tetris company for continuing to bring us new products. Obviously Connected being the latest one. We still have the drawing for 2 games for your choice on either Steam or on Switch. So type Connected in the chat to get entered into that giveaway to pick up the latest copy. And Tetris Connected, combined with the artistry of Tetsuya Mizuguchi, who brought us Rez and Meteos and Luminous, and these beautiful music cross puzzle games, really
and
kind
bringing
of
that expertise with that genre into Tetris, sort of creating a kind of like a marriage of the two. And you talk about games making people cry. Well, a lot of people, especially who play Journey mode, will say that Tetris is an emotional experience in Tetris Effect, and maybe even more so in VR.
Absolutely. And again, it's a transcendent experience. Again, I've talked about this on the stream before, but Tetris not only just was a game that I love, but very much important part of my life as well. At one point in time, suffering huge amnesia. I mean, not in amnesia, insomnia, and just a lot of stress. And that's when Tetris the Grandmaster showed up at my local arcade. And the game really helped put me into a place of a lot more calm, and I was able to get my sleep and everything. And so, not just a game that I love playing, but a game that really I feel like has helped me in situations. So